Holy shit, those Detroit Lions are the fucking NFC North champions. Looks like they're ready to make a serious run for the Super Bowl.
It's unbelievable how they turned things around after being a laughingstock for so long.
Maybe they finally realized they were sick of sucking.
That win against the Vikings was a damn statement, though, wasn't it? A 31-9 beatdown to close out the season.
Hell yeah, it was a statement.
Especially heading into the playoffs. It shows they're not afraid to dominate their rivals.
Did you see that video of Amik Robertson's post-game speech?
That shit went viral for a reason.
Dude was fired up, screaming about the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can feel how much this means to the entire team.
It's not just talk either. The guy shut down Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the damn league.
Jefferson only had 3 catches the entire game. Robertson was all over him.
How the hell did he pull that off?
He's been playing mostly in the slot this season because of injury, so he's had to step up big time.
For those who don't know, the slot is basically the area between the wide receivers and the offensive line where a defensive back can cover a lot of ground.
So he's been thrown into the fire and thrived. That says a lot about his talent and adaptability.
And remember, this is a guy who spent 4 seasons with the Raiders before signing with the Lions back in March. 2-year deal.
It's like a damn good signing for the Lions right now.
What do you think the Lions saw in him that maybe the Raiders missed?
He's playing with a ton of confidence right now.
He credits it to the team's defensive strategy, but I think it's more than that.
I agree. There's something about the environment in Detroit that seems to have unlocked his potential.
In that post-game interview, he said he knew they had a chance to win when they told him his assignment was to guard Jefferson.
That's some serious fucking confidence.
It also suggests the coaches knew exactly what they were doing, designing a scheme to exploit Jefferson's weaknesses and utilize Robertson's strengths.
The guy is hungry. He said he's been waiting for this opportunity for so long to prove himself.
And that was his first ever Player of the Game award. Can you believe that shit?
That's wild. I think this is just the beginning for him. The Lions have a real gem on their hands.
Okay, but let's rewind for a second and break down exactly how Robertson managed to shut down Jefferson. We know he's confident, but what specific skills or tactics did he use?
Well, from what I saw, Robertson used a combination of physicality and anticipation. He was jamming Jefferson at the line of scrimmage, disrupting his timing and routes.
He was also reading the quarterback's eyes, anticipating where the ball was going.
So it wasn't just about athleticism. It was about smarts and strategy. He was basically playing chess out there.
Exactly. He was outsmarting one of the best receivers in the league. That's not easy to do.
Do you think this performance will make other teams game plan differently against the Lions? Now they know Robertson can shut down a top receiver, they might be more hesitant to throw his way.
Absolutely. Teams are going to have to respect Robertson's ability. They can't just assume they can pick on him.
This could be huge for the Lions' playoff run. If they can consistently shut down opposing teams' top receivers, their defense becomes a serious problem for anyone they face.
No doubt. Their defense has been carrying them all season, and Robertson's emergence as a shutdown corner just makes them that much more formidable.
So back to Robertson for a minute. He specifically said, I knew they were going to put me in a good situation to be myself within the scheme. So I just felt like, of course, the defense. I knew guys were going to fly around. I already knew. When they told me the assignment was to guard Jefferson, I knew we had a chance to win because, I always believe in myself. What do you make of that statement?
It tells me he trusts his coaches and teammates. He knows they believe in him and have his back.
That kind of trust is crucial for any player, especially a defensive back who's often isolated on an island.
It also suggests that the Lions' defensive scheme is flexible enough to accommodate different players' strengths. It's not a one-size-fits-all system.
You're right. They seem to be adapting their scheme to maximize each player's potential. That's a sign of good coaching.
All right, so we've talked a lot about Robertson and the defense, but what about the rest of the team? We can't forget that this was a total team effort against the Vikings.
You're right. Their offense has been solid this season, too. They have a balanced attack that can beat you in multiple ways.
Their quarterback has been making smart decisions and taking care of the football. He's not trying to be a hero. He's letting the playmakers make plays.
And what about their running game? It seems like they've been pounding the rock pretty effectively.
Oh, absolutely. They have a couple running backs who can wear down defenses and break big plays. One of them even broke Barry Sanders' touchdown record this season, which is insane.
Seriously, that's fucking legendary.
It's a testament to their commitment to the run game and their ability to find explosive players.
So they can run the ball, pass the ball, and their defense is playing like a pack of rabid dogs. What's the fucking secret sauce here?
I think a big part of it is their coaching. Their head coach is a bit of a wild card, but he's clearly got the team believing in themselves.
I've heard some crazy stories about him. Is it true that he bites kneecaps?
That's just a ridiculous rumor. Where the hell did you hear that?
Come on, you gotta admit the guy is intense. It wouldn't surprise me if he had some strange rituals.
He's definitely got a unique personality, but he's also a damn good coach.
Yeah?
He knows how to motivate his players and get the best out of them. He's not afraid to be himself, and that seems to resonate with the team.
All right, so they have a great coach, a balanced offense, and a ferocious defense. They got to have some weaknesses, right? No team is perfect.
They can be a little inconsistent at times. They'll have these dominant performances like the Vikings game, and then they'll have games where they look flat and uninspired.
So consistency is the key for them going forward. If they can find a way to bring their A game every week, they'll be a tough out in the playoffs.
Exactly. And they need to eliminate those mental lapses and play with the same intensity and focus every single snap.
What about their special teams? Are they any good? Special teams can be a huge factor in the playoffs, especially close games.
Their special teams have been pretty solid. They've got a reliable kicker and a punter who can flip the field. Their return game is dangerous as well. They have a couple of guys who can take it to the house on any given return.
So they're not just a one-dimensional team. They have weapons in all three phases of the game.
That's what makes them so dangerous. You can't just focus on shutting down one aspect of their game because they can beat you in so many ways.
Don't forget about the fans either. The Detroit Lions fans have been through a lot of shit over the years. They deserve this success.
They're definitely one of the most loyal fan bases in the league. They've stuck with the team through thick and thin. You can bet they're going nuts right now.
It must be electric in Detroit right now. The city is buzzing. The Lions are back, baby.
They are indeed. And they're not just happy to be here. They're hungry for more.
So let's cut to the chase. Are the Detroit Lions for real? Are they contenders or are they pretenders?
I think they're the real deal. They have all the pieces in place to make a deep playoff run. They have the talent, the coaching, the confidence, and the fan support.
What do they need to do to take it to the next level and win a championship? What's the missing piece of the puzzle?
They need to stay healthy. They've been battling injuries all season, and they need their key players to be available in the playoffs.
That's true. They've been relying on backups and role players to step up. They need their stars to shine when it matters most.
They also need to stay focused. The playoffs are a different beast. The pressure is higher, the stakes are higher, and the competition is tougher.
So no more of those inconsistent performances we were talking about earlier. They need to be locked in every game, every quarter, every snap.
Exactly. They need to bring their A game every single week. If they can do that, I wouldn't bet against them.
It's wild to think that just a few years ago, the Lions were the laughingstock of the league. Everyone considered them an automatic win.
They were the team you circled on your schedule as a guaranteed victory.
What the hell happened?
Now they're the ones doing the circling. It's a testament to their hard work and the culture they've built.
How do they manage to turn things around so drastically?
It's a combination of factors. They drafted well, made some shrewd free agent signings, and most importantly, they found a coach who could instill a winning mentality.
I think a lot of people wrote them off early in the season, too. Nobody expected them to be serious contenders.
There were definitely doubters, but the Lions just kept grinding. They proved everyone wrong, they embraced the underdog role and used it as fuel.
And now they're NFC North champs. It's a Cinderella story for sure, but can they keep the magic alive in the playoffs?
The playoffs are a different beast. The intensity ramps up, the pressure mounts, and every mistake is magnified.
Can they handle the pressure cooker?
They've got a playoff game coming up next week, right? Who are they facing?
They're hosting the Seattle Seahawks.
It's going to be a hell of a matchup.
The Seahawks are a tough, experienced team with a chip on their shoulder.
The Seahawks are no joke. They've got a quarterback who's been there and done that.
And their defense is always a force to be reckoned with.
Do the Lions have what it takes to beat them?
It's going to be a battle for sure. The Lions have the home field advantage, but the Seahawks are known for their ability to win on the road.
It'll come down to who can execute better and avoid crucial mistakes.
What do the Lions need to do to secure the win and advance in the playoffs? Give me your expert analysis.
They need to establish the run game early and often, control the clock, keep their defense fresh, and wear down the Seahawks' front seven.
So stick to their bread and butter. Don't try to get too cute or fancy. Just pound the rock and let their defense do the rest.
Exactly. They need to play smart, disciplined football, avoid turnovers, minimize penalties, and win the field position battle.
Any specific players we should keep an eye on in this game? Any potential game changers?
On the Lions side, keep an eye on their rookie running back. He's been a revelation this season, and he could have a big game against the Seahawks defense.
And what about the Seahawks? Who are their key players?
Their quarterback is always a threat, but their wide receiver is the guy to watch. He's a matchup nightmare, and the Lions secondary will have their hands full trying to contain him.
It sounds like this game could come down to the wire.
Who do you think will emerge victorious? Give me your prediction.
I'm going to go with the Lions. They have the momentum, the home field advantage, and they're playing with a level of confidence that's contagious.
I'm with you. I think the Lions are going to win this game and make a serious run in the playoffs. They're a team of destiny.
They're a team that nobody wants to face right now. They're They're playing with a chip on their shoulder, and they're hungry for respect.
All right, that's a wrap for this episode. We've dissected the Detroit Lions' improbable rise to the top of the NFC North. We've analyzed their strengths, their weaknesses, and their chances of making a deep playoff run.
It's been a hell of a ride so far, and it's only going to get more intense from here on out. Buckle up and enjoy the show.
Until next time, peace out.